I make a distinction between wisdom and knowledge. And wisdom is more important than knowledge. And this is what Einstein said. Einstein was called a lazy dog, by his professor, because he was not a very bright boy, but he had only some physics and math. And he himself admitted. What did he say? He said, all that I have discovered, where did it come from? It came to me, not through rational process. Then how? Through intuition. And what is that intuition? That's what I call wisdom. That is what I call the midbrain. There is no teaching or no curriculum available here, even in India, although it's the land of the yogis. But nobody teaches it. They follow the Western model of learning trigonometry and algebra and anthropology and social sciences. And what are they going to do? Why are we wasting our time on all these things? Even while I am talking to you, what is running behind my back is, why am I blah-blahing? So you just very precisely said, like the yogis would say, darkness, ignorance that makes you to do hard labor and make less money is due to ignorance, and that ignorance is in the frontal lobe, it is in the eyeballs. Finished. Then where is the intelligence? Where is the wisdom? That's in the frontal lobe. Finished. So to even more refine what I have said, the eyeballs, frontal lobe equal ignorance. The midbrain equals wisdom. Finished. This is all my ultimate teaching is about. And we are going to engage for 1 year. And it's a very, it's an optimal time to get you to the wisdom level. And what do you gain when wisdom comes? Not only the $10,000 I talked about. You can do anything you want to do. You become God, because God created man in his own image. It's not only in the Bible, it is also the teaching of the yogis. And they are very blunt about it. They say, I am God. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi means I am God. And that's the identity that you can have. When you can say that? When the eyeballs are purified. There are techniques. There are meditations. There are rituals they found, because the yogis were completely involved in doing away with human ignorance so that they can understand time in a different perspective. Time, as it gives you an access to understand and experience the division of the 4 millionth division of 1 second. It's possible to do that. Why are we not doing it? Because nobody told us about where is the ignorance. If you go ask the neuroscientists, they would say, what is it? They will at least appreciate, yes, there is REM, the rapid eye movement, and that creates activity in the brain. So there is some relationship between the brain activity and the eyeballs, but they will never tell you that the ignorance is there. That's why people are not performing, and there are no techniques given to you. So that's why it was my mission. God sent me here with that mission to do away with ignorance, and not by teaching elaborate things like big volumes of books you have to read or concepts that you have to digest. That's not going to work. That's a waste of time.